So we showed up to the Capitol, and there was a large rally. Hundreds and hundreds of parents, possibly about 1,000, showed up, and several of us gave speeches. And I spoke about my experience with vaccines. My son was vaccine injured at 17 months old. I have his vaccination cards here. I actually looked at his vaccination records. At 17 months old, he had received 37 vaccines, which is about 3 times the amount I got in my entire adult life. So anyways, he ended up paralyzed with transverse myelitis. And I was very much under the impression that vaccine injury was extremely rare. That's what they told me at the time, which right off the bat, after the MRI, they were aware that it was, in all likelihood, a vaccine injury, which of course was later proven at Johns Hopkins. But that it was very, very rare. And when something like that happens to your child, you want to be under the impression that, okay, if this happened, they were as careful as possible and this couldn't be avoided. And over time, doing my research, I in fact saw that the vaccine program is extremely careless, and possibly this could have been prevented had they just done better safety studies. And so I was trying to explain this, and in my experience was, nobody told me about VAERS, so there was no VAERS report submitted by the doctors who saw him, which they're obligated by law to do. They didn't tell me about vaccine injury court. I had no idea the kind of expenses that would come along when you have a child that's a paraplegic, and I very quickly learned how expensive it can be, and how it makes it very difficult to work or do the types of things to earn money that everyday family member does. So it's extremely difficult, and I just think that there's no way SB 277 is something that should be enacted where it can do this type of damage to a family and the kind of carelessness that goes on in the vaccine program.